All right, welcome into Jammin' Sports, everybody, on this Monday, on this Memorial Day. We did some baseball earlier today. We did a couple of baseball playoff games earlier today. We did a basketball game earlier today. You can check all that out on YouTube. The games have been uploaded there. We're going to do some NFL football now. Next up, it'll be the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens as we continue with Week 14 of our current sim season. The Bills sit at 8-5. They are 3.5 games. Well, let's see. Actually, 2.5 games. No, I had it right the first time. They're 3.5 games behind the Jets in the AFC East. The Jets sit at 12-2. However, Buffalo is the number one wild card at the moment, and they'd like to stay that way as they take on the Baltimore Ravens, the defending Super Bowl champions, who are 5-8. The Ravens have to win to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. If the Ravens lose this game, they are eliminated from the playoffs. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. Evil Dead is now, let's see, he got the last game wrong, and I forgot to write this down. Evil Dead is 97-71 on the season. And that would put him, let's see, 20, how many games over 500 is that? Puts about 26 games over 500. And we'll see what happens here. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. All right, let's head out to Baltimore for this one. The Bills and the Ravens here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. It's the Bills and the Ravens. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. The Bills at 8-5. Evil Dead's here, going with the Bills. And the Ravens at 5-8. They have to win, or they are eliminated. They can only keep their slim playoff hopes alive if they win today. Should they lose, they are out. Buffalo will get the ball first. We're underway in the rain here in Baltimore. From about the 10-yard line, McGinnis over the 20, 25. In Alden McGinnis out to the 28-yard line in his fourth year out of Southern Miss. And that's where Buffalo will take over, 1st and 10. Bills are led by their quarterback in his second year out of LSU, Mason Cross. We had baseball, and we actually did a basketball game today as well. If you want to check those out, go to YouTube. You can go to our video section, too. They're posted there. Yankees wrapped up the ALDS over the Astros, and the A's beat the Royals in the other ALDS to take a 2-1 lead in that series. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. 3 wide for Buffalo to the near side. Cross in the shotgun. Cross hands off to Franklin, and Mark Franklin makes his way out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 2 yards. Let's take a look at the Buffalo offense. Up front, Madison, Bernard, Walker, Anderson, and Haynes. And then it's Welsh, Cooley, Franklin, Scott, and McGinnis. Officially a gain of 3 to be 2nd and 7. Jeffries on the tackle. Darius Jeffries, the linebacker, in his 3rd year out of Alabama. 2nd and 7 for Buffalo at their own 30, 4 wide. Cross in the gun. Pads off to Franklin around the outside. And Franklin about 4 yards out to the 34-yard line. Let's take a look at the Ravens defense. They play a 3-4. Johnson, Owens, and Riddick up front. Linebackers, Jeffries, Westbrook, Hall, and Rogers. And the secondary for the Baltimore Ravens, Ellington, Nelson, Young, and Smith. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Buffalo at their own 34-yard line. Opening drive. Bills come out. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking, throws near side, caught by Welsh, picks up the first down, 4 yards out to the 38-yard line. Adam Welsh in his 10th year out of Ohio State. First down, Buffalo. If the playoffs started right now, Buffalo would be the number 4 seed. They'd be the top wild card team and would actually host a game in the opening round. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Cross under center. 1st and 10. Cross to Franklin. And Mark Franklin fumbles. And the ball's sitting there. And who picks it up? The Ravens pounce on it. He was recovered by number 91. That's Curtis Johnson, the 16th year defensive end out of Georgia. Franklin coughs it up. And after a wild scramble, the Ravens come up with it. Who made the hit? Number 22, that's, let's see, looking at the Ravens, that's Cole Nelson, the 7th year safety out of Miami. So the first turnover of the game is committed by the Bills. And now the Ravens have it 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 32-yard line. Let's see if the Ravens can capitalize. Once again, if the Ravens lose, they are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. 1st and 10. 4 wide. Key Harris, the quarterback, in his 3rd year out of Grambling State. Harris to Marks, and Woody Marks will lose 3 yards back to the 35-yard line. On the tackle, Ty Robinson, the rookie defensive end out of Nebraska. A loss of 3 to be 2nd and 13. Came flying in there. Second and 13 now from the 35-yard line. The Ravens come out in the I formation. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks is going to be hit for another loss. 2 more yards as Aaron Catledge comes in, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Navy. A loss of 2 more. It'll be 3rd and 15. Ravens are going backwards. Excuse me. Catledge came around the outside and made the hit. And now it's 3rd and 15 for Baltimore as they now have -5 total offense at the Buffalo 37-yard line. 3 to the far side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris looking, throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Broken up by Jack Williams, the 4th-year defensive back out of Boston College. Maurice Taylor, the intended target there. It'll be 4th and 15. Let's see if Baltimore tries a 54-yard field goal. That was not a very good offensive series by the Ravens. 2 losses of yardage and an incompletion. They're going to try it. They're going to punt. Henry Jackson back to punt, gets the punt away. Smart move. But that's going to go into the end zone, touchback. And Buffalo will have it 1st and 10 for the 20-yard line. So Buffalo may have turned it over, but they didn't give up anything. And now they'll get the ball back. No score here at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. These two played earlier in the season in Buffalo. I'll try to find that game and tell you who won. I believe it was the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. I'll find it. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Buffalo. Cross, looking, throws downfield, caught by Tyson Crawford out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 17. The second-year receiver out of Penn State. First down, Buffalo. I'm looking for the first time they played. I know they played already. Still looking. Well, I might be wrong. Oh, back, I have it. Here it is. Week 8. Buffalo beat Baltimore 19-12 in Buffalo. Rematch here today. First and 10 from the 37-yard line, 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross, looking, throws, caught by Scott, the tight end. David Scott across midfield to the 49-yard line. The 8th-year tight end out of Texas. And that'll be a gain of 14 yards, another Buffalo first down. So Buffalo picking up where they left off on the last drive, marching down the field here. Finally making the tackle, number 23, Darius Smith, the 5th-year defensive back out of Wisconsin. Be first down for the Bills. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here on this Memorial Day. First and 10 from the 49-yard line. Cross under center. Palmer in motion. Cross, hands off to Cooley, and Cooley inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. That's Trey Cooley, the second-year back out of Georgia Tech. Picks up 10 yards and a Buffalo first down. That'll move the chains. Move those chains. Isaac Young on the tackle, number 25. 5th-year safety out of West Virginia. Buffalo moving it downfield. 4:10 and counting. Here in the first quarter, 4 wide for the Bills. Cross in the shotgun. Cross draws back. Cross looking. Cross throws. Dumps it off to Franklin. Franklin can't hold on. Incomplete. Broken up by the linebacker, Benton Hall, the rookie out of Purdue. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that'll stop the clock for the moment with 3:58 left in the first quarter. Buffalo at 8-5. Baltimore at 5-8. 4 wide for the Bills. Cross in the shotgun. Cross draws back. Cross gets sacked back at the 49-yard line. A loss of 10. Making the sack, Darius Jeffries, 3rd-year linebacker out of Alabama. A 10-yard sack, and that'll bring up 3rd and 20 for the Bills. Last season, Baltimore won the AFC East, and Buffalo finished 1 game back. Baltimore was the division winner, and Buffalo was the wild card. The Ravens went on to win the Super Bowl. But the Ravens are 5-8, and if they lose, they are eliminated from playoff contention here today. 3rd and 20, cross in the gun. Cross back. Cross looking. Cross, he's got all day. He's running out of time, and he got hit as he threw. Incomplete. Just took way too much time. It'll be 4th and 20. And Buffalo will have to punt. Cedric Givens back to punt on 4th down. Givens gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline, out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That's a 26-yard punt. And now Key Harris will come back out, 3rd-year quarterback out of Grambling State. We're still scoreless. Buffalo's had it twice, and now this is Baltimore's 2nd possession, starting at their own 23-yard line. 3:16 left to play here in the first quarter, no score. Ravens come out. Everybody in tight. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Woody Marks around the outside. The rookie out of USC picks up 2 yards before being taken down by Aaron Catledge, the defensive back. Be a 3-yard gain. Be 2nd and 7. 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. On a rainy, cold day in Baltimore. On 2nd down, Ravens come out in the offset eye. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks again. Marks around the outside, and Woody Marks picks up the first down out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 17 for Woody Marks, the rookie out of USC. First down, Baltimore at their own 42-yard line. Davis in the house. We missed you earlier, Davis. I did baseball earlier. The Yankees beat the Astros. They swept the Astros. Yankees are now in the ALCS. 1st and 10 from the 42. Harris to Marks up the middle. And Marks picks up a yard to the 43-yard line. And he's injured on the play. Gain of 2. Be 2nd and 8. Injury timeout. It's on YouTube. It's in the video section if you want to check it out. Two and a half minutes left to play here in the first quarter. No score. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Ravens at their own 43-yard line. And now the injury timeout's over. Here come the Ravens out from the huddle, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris fakes the handoff. Throws downfield. It's nearly picked off. Broken up by John Henderson, the linebacker, in his 8th year out of Penn State. Oh, that should have been a pick. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. Davis is in midseason form, even though he just got here. 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line for the Ravens. Ravens come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris throws. Caught by Lawrence Burns out to the Buffalo 39-yard line. That's an 18-yard gain. That'll be a first down, Baltimore. Lawrence Burns in his 7th year out of Oregon State. Did he get both feet in? Can't really tell there. Okay, there's one. Oh, I don't know about that. If I'm Buffalo, I might want to challenge that. No challenge. 3 to the near side for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 39. Harris drops back. Throws. Dumps it off to Griffin Wright. And right down to the 32-yard line. The 6th-year tight end out of Montana. That'll be a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. So now the Ravens have something going. Under 2 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. Both teams have had it twice. This is the Ravens' second possession. On 2nd and 3 from the Buffalo 32-yard line in the I formation. Harris hands off to Clark. And Deion Clark gets taken down at the 34-yard line. And that'll be a loss of 2 yards. Leon Seals on the tackle in his 12th year out of Alabama. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. So a big 3rd down coming up for the Ravens right here. A minute 29 and counting. 3rd and 5. 3 to the near side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Looking, throws. Caught by Lawrence Burns down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 21 yards to Burns. And that'll be a Baltimore first down. Bringing him down, Marcus House, the 9th-year defensive back out of Texas. That'll be a Baltimore first down. Ravens on the move now. They're at the Buffalo 13-yard line. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. No score. But the Ravens are now threatening. 1st and 10 in the offset eye. Harris drops back, throws, dumps it off to Wright. And Griffin Wright picks up 5 down to the 8-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. The big tight end on the catch. We're down to 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. On 2nd and 5 from the Buffalo 8. They spread out the receivers. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks. And Woody Marks picks up a yard to the 7-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. On the tackle that time, Tay Cousins in his 5th year at Florida State. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. No score here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The 8-5 Bills, the 5-8 Ravens. No scores. We start the second quarter. But the Ravens have it 3rd and 4 from the Buffalo 7-yard line. Buffalo trying to stay the number 1 wild card team at the moment. On 3rd down, Harris in the shotgun. Harris back to throw. Looks to the end zone. Scrambles. And now he may take off. Around the corner. In for the touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown run by Key Harris. And the Ravens get on the board first on the first play of the second quarter. A 7-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Harris. As we watch the replay, he just tucked and ran. And now Rob Belton will come on for the extra point. Tell you what, that defensive back, kind of a half-hearted effort there. Now for the PAT. The kick is up. And it's good. Ravens lead at 7-0. 7:53 left to play here in the second quarter. Here at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Got a decent crowd here already on this Memorial Day evening. It's 5:21 here in Nashville. Out west, it's still 3:21, still in the afternoon. Great to have you along. Got Evil Dead with me. Out on the East Coast. Evil Dead in New York City. And now kicking off will be Henry Jackson, the punter. He does the kickoff duties. And that's out of the end zone pretty much. McGinnis will take a knee. Touchback. And Buffalo will have it at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10, down 7-0. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Buffalo clinches a wild card spot with a win today. Buffalo can't win their division. Well, actually, there is a way Buffalo can actually win the division. The Jets would have to lose out, and Buffalo would have to win out, and they'd be tied. And if that were the case, Buffalo would have the tiebreaker. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Cross under center. Cross drops back. Cross looking, throws. Caught by McGinnis. No, incomplete. But I don't see the Jets losing both their final 2 games. I just don't see it. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Jets host Tampa Bay next week, and then they play at Indianapolis. Next week for the Bills in Week 15. Buffalo, looking for them on the schedule here. Actually, the Jets have already clinched the AFC East. What am I talking about? I was thinking of the Raiders. Buffalo plays at Cincinnati next week. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Cross to Franklin. Franklin across the 30, and Franklin out to the 36-yard line, a gain of 11. Be a first down for Buffalo. These playoff scenarios will mess with your head. Yeah, the Jets have already won the AFC East, so forget what I said there. But Buffalo, they can clinch a wild card with a win today. Buffalo plays at Cincinnati, and then will finish the season at home to the Raiders. Baltimore next week at New England, and then we'll host Miami. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Cross in the shotgun. Hands off to Franklin up the middle. And Franklin to the 39, a gain of 3. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. On the tackle, number 97, Ben Owens, in his 8th year out of Ohio State. Coming up on 7 minutes left in the half. Ravens up 7-0. Buffalo on the move. Cross in the shotgun. Cross. Hands off to Franklin. And Mark Franklin out to the 45-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. On the tackle there, number 29. And that's going to be Deshaun Edwards, the 2nd-year defensive back out of Louisiana Tech. 3rd and 1 for the Bills at their own 45-yard line. Cross under center. Cross fakes the handoff. Throws downfield. Caught by Crawford. Tyson Crawford down to the 23-yard line. 32 yards to Crawford. First down, Buffalo. Vince Ellington made the tackle. Ellington in his 6th year out of Indiana, the defensive back. A shoestring tackle. But it's a first down for the Bills as they're trying to tie this one up. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Sports Davis here on this Monday, Memorial Day. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play in the half. 1st and 10 Buffalo now. Cross in the shotgun with the back on either side. Cross looking, throws, dumps it off to Crawford. And Crawford down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Yeah, if Buffalo can come back and win this game, they'll make the playoffs for the 2nd year in a row after going 17 seasons without making the playoffs. They can make it back-to-back seasons. On 2nd and 7 from the 20-yard line. Everybody in tight this time. Cross under center. Cross drops back. Throws, dumps it off to Palmer. And Palmer down to the 9, a gain of 11. That's Will Palmer, the rookie tight end out of Michigan. First down, Buffalo. Be 1st and goal at the 9. Bills trying to tie this one up. Last season, Baltimore beat Buffalo twice, and that was essentially why the Ravens won the AFC East. They had the tiebreaker. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Cross under center. Cross, hands off to Cooley, and Trey Cooley around the outside makes a move and gets down to the 1. A gain of 8 by Trey Cooley. Cole Nelson, the safety, on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Cooley around the outside made a nifty move there. Ellington went ole. Watch this. Ole. Like a matador out there with a charging bull. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. It's actually the linebacker Hall on the tackle. Benton Hall, the rookie out of Purdue. 4:40 and counting here in the first half. 2nd and goal, Buffalo at the 1-yard line. Bills come out. Cross under center. Cross looking. Cross Rolls out to the near side, throws, dumps it off to Clayton. And Clayton, what a wuss. He just dropped to his butt. Lost of a yard. Didn't want to take a hit. If I was the coach, I'd talk to him on the sideline. Aaron Clayton, the fourth-year receiver out of Buffalo. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. I'd never seen a player give up like that. 3rd and goal from the 2. 4 wide. Cross under center. Cross pitches to Franklin. And Franklin gets in on second effort. Mark Franklin gets in a 2-yard touchdown run. Nice second effort by Franklin. Would not be denied. Killed the Ravens. The Ravens nevermore. And it's now Ravens 7, Buffalo 6. Mark Franklin, the 7th-year back out of Vanderbilt. He spent 4 years with the Rams. Now in his 3rd year with Buffalo. Shoot those birds. Them crows. A raven and a crow are actually 2 separate things. They look the same, but they're a little bit different. Alex Rayner for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. We're tied at 7. 3:52 left to play. Here in the second quarter. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Gracie has graced us with her presence. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi. Evil Dead is the bomb.
She knows. She knows. She's hanging around now. She's actually hanging around this time, waiting for the response. There it is. Now she gave a thumbs up. She's 21 years old now. How about that, Gracie? You can buy beer in all 50 states now.
No.
Here's the kickoff. From the 12-yard line, Taylor over the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Nice return by Taylor. Yeah, because she's a big drinker. Maurice Taylor brings it out to the 37. A nice return for the Ravens. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. We're tied at 7 with 3:48 left in the first half. If the Bills win, they clinch a wild card. If the Ravens lose, they are eliminated from the playoffs. Evil Dead says Guru. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Ravens come out in the I formation. Harris hands off to Marks. Around the outside, and Woody Marks picks up 2 to the 39-yard line. On the tackle, Marcus House, the all-pro defensive back in his 9th year out of Texas. It'll be 2nd and 8. Marcus House is one of the better defensive backs in the league. It was a big shopping weekend for Gracie, Saturday and Sunday, her birthday. Her birthday was actually yesterday. On 2nd and 8 from the 39-yard line. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks breaks through and gets out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 11 for the rookie out of USC. I was about to say UCLA, but it was USC, Woody Marks. From college football 25. Who came up, made the tackle. I think finally making the tackle there at the end was Ashley Webster, the rookie linebacker out of Illinois. From the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Ravens now. 3 minutes left in the half. Baltimore comes out. In the offset eye, Harris under center. Harris, play action. Harris throws down the middle. Dixon can't hold on. He was nailed by John Henderson, the linebacker. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. It'll stop the clock with 2:46 left in the half. That was DeMarcus Dixon, the 5th-year receiver out of Air Force. Couldn't hold on. It'll be 2nd and 10. In the I formation. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks, and Marks gets nailed by Marcus House, who came up and made a hit. A loss of a yard. It'd be 3rd and 11. Marcus House has great reaction time. Look how he came up here. That awareness that he has. Third and 11 from the 43 or 49 yard line. I'm sorry. Ravens at their own 49. 2:25 and counting. 2-minute warning here soon. Harris in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks downfield. Harris steps up. Throws. Clark makes the catch at the 44 yard line. That'll be a gain of 6, but it won't be enough for the first down. Deion Clark, the third-year back out of East Carolina. It'll be 4th and 5 at the 44, and the Ravens will have to punt. But we reached the 2-minute warning. We're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium in the rain here at Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14. Bills Ravens tied at 7. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 44 yard line. Let's see if they reconsidered during the 2-minute warning. They'll probably still punt. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, they did reconsider. They're going to try a 61-yard field goal. Rob Belton from 61. Kick is up, and that's nowhere close. That's nowhere close. Talk about bad decisions. And now Buffalo's going to get the ball at the Baltimore 49-yard line with 3 timeouts and 1:56 to work with. And now Buffalo with a chance to take the lead before halftime. I was joking about the reconsidering thing. I thought they're going to come out and punt. That was dumb. And now Mason Cross will come out to lead the Buffalo offense. They have a short field with 3 timeouts. They should be able to score again before halftime, you would think. Unless they do something stupid. Evil Dead, by the way, is 97 and 71 on the season. Ravens are playing right now. 1st and 10 from the 49. Cross in the shotgun. Your Bucks play next. Cross looking. Throws outside to Franklin. Franklin turns upfield, makes a move down the sideline. Beautiful move. Another great move. Franklin still on his feet down to the 20-yard line. What a run. That was the best 29-yard run I've ever seen in my life. He juked somebody, kept his balance on the sideline, didn't go out of bounds, made a nice spin move right here. Didn't go down on the initial hit, kept going. That was a great 29-yard run by Mark Franklin. Look at that. Ole! And finally bringing him down, number 54, Benton Hall, the linebacker. 1st and 10, Buffalo at the Raven 20-yard line. 1:30 left to play. Clock is moving here in the first half. 5 wide this time, empty backfield for Cross on 1st and 10. Cross looking, throws, dumps it off to Scott. And David Scott 4 yards to the 16-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Clock is moving. Well, it was. Now it is. Aaron Westbrook on the tackle. And Buffalo takes a timeout with 1:01 left here in the half. They have 2 timeouts left. They've worked it down to the Baltimore 16-yard line. We have the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers up next. We'll be down in Tampa, Florida for that one. That game is only relevant for the Bucs, as the Buccaneers still have a chance to win the division. The Bears have been eliminated already. The Bears have nothing to play for, but the Bucs have a bunch to play for. They're only 1 game out of first place in the NFC Central. On 2nd and 5 from the 16-yard line. Cross under center. Cross drops back. Throws, dumps it off to Welsh, and Adam Welsh pulling Ravens with him down to the 3-yard line, a 13-yard gain. And Buffalo takes a timeout. It'll be first and goal from the 3. Buffalo has 1 timeout left. Aaron Westbrook again on the tackle, the third-year linebacker out of Florida. First and goal from the 3-yard line. We're tied at 7. And now Buffalo comes out. Single back. Everybody in tight. Cross in the shotgun. Now Franklin goes out as a receiver. Empty backfield now. Cross takes the snap. Looking. Throws. Back of the end zone, but out of bounds. Incomplete. Making the catch was Nelson Cash, the tight end, but he was out of bounds. It'll be second and goal from the 3. He was beyond the end line. That'll stop the clock with 51 seconds. We're tied at 7. Second and goal from the 3. Misty's for the Ravens, she said. In the I formation. Cross, looking, throws. Caught by Welsh. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown catch by Adam Welsh in his 10th year out of Ohio State. And the Bills go up 13-7. Nice drive by Buffalo. Baltimore gave them a short field, though, following that missed field goal. And now Alex Rayner will come on for the PAT. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. Buffalo leads it now 14-7 with 48 seconds left to play here in the first half, here at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Sports Davis in the house. Misty's here. Great to have you along on this Memorial Day. We hope you took some time out of your weekend to at least think about all those that gave their life for this country. It's why we celebrate this holiday. Freedom isn't free. It comes with a price. There's the kick. From the 10-yard line, Clark over the 20, 25, 30. And Deion Clark out to the 29-yard line. First and 10. 45 seconds left here in the first half. Key Harris comes back out. Earlier this afternoon, I was talking about Memorial Day. You know, when you think about all those that gave their life for this country, the best way that we can honor them is to try to live our lives the best we can in service of our fellow Americans. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Harris back, throws outside, caught by Wright. And Griffin Wright down the sideline, and Wright all the way down to the 45. A gain of 16 yards to Griffin Wright. He gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. 38 seconds left until halftime. I hate to sound negative, but I know that there's a lot, not all, but there's a lot of the younger generation that doesn't quite understand that the freedoms that they have, even to disagree with me, came at a heavy cost. First and 10 from the 45-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. First and 10. Harris back. Sets up a screen pass to Clark. And Clark is going to lose 3 yards back to the 42-yard line. And that'll bring up second and 13. And Baltimore takes a timeout with 33 seconds left here in the first half. Unfortunately, there's too many Americans that take their freedoms for granted. You take somebody like me who's been in the military, you know the cost of that freedom. 2nd and 13 from the 42-yard line. Harris back. Harris looking, throws, caught by Wright down the sideline. Griffin Wright, big gain down to the 22-yard line. A 36-yard gain by Griffin Wright as the Ravens are trying to tie the game up before halftime. They still have 2 timeouts. Big gain by Wright, and they got him out of bounds. He stops the clock without having to take a timeout. .26 seconds left. Ravens trying to tie it up before half. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris looking, throws, caught by Clark underneath. 13-yard gain by Clark down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 9 to be 2nd and inches. They take a timeout. Thank you, Davis. But not just me. I'm not looking for thanks. I appreciate the gesture, but I'm one of the ones that made it. I'm thinking about the ones who didn't. I'm a lucky one. And I'm fully aware of that. Again, I appreciate it, Davis. Thank you. 2nd and inches from the 13-yard line, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Harris looking, throws near side, caught by Burns, and Lawrence Burns down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 11. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2, and the Ravens take a timeout with 14 seconds left. I played my part. Ravens trying to tie this one up before halftime. 14 seconds left. They have it now 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens are out of timeouts. You could try to run it up the middle, but you better get it in. They're going to spread the receivers out. Harris in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Harris back to throw. Looking. And throws it away. Smart move. Incomplete. Couldn't find a man open. It is a remembrance holiday. Yes, it is. 9 seconds left in the first half. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Four wide. Harris in the shotgun. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Harris drops back. Harris throws, and he had a bill in his face. He throws it away at the last second. He's fortunate he didn't get sacked. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. 6 seconds left. What? Oh. 3rd and goal from the 2. They're going to go ahead and kick the field goal. They want to get the points. Rob Belton will come on. This is a 19-yard field goal attempt. They want to salvage some points. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Bills' lead is now 14-10 with 3 seconds left. And that's actually a smart move by Baltimore. Get the points because you get the ball first in the second half. So get your points. Buffalo 14, Baltimore 10. 3 seconds left in the half. Henry Jackson will tee it up for Baltimore. He'll kick off. And now the kickoff by Jackson. McGinnis will take a knee, touchback. So Buffalo will get at least one play here. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. See what the Buffalo offense does with just 3 seconds left. A lot at stake for both teams in this game right here. Buffalo's just going to take a knee and go to halftime.
All right, here we go.
Cross takes a knee, halftime. Halftime score, Buffalo 14, Baltimore 10. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We go to the third quarter. The Bills lead the Ravens 14-10. If the Bills win, they are locked into the playoffs as a wild card team. If they lose, they're going to have to wait for another day. If the Ravens lose, they are eliminated from the playoffs. Baltimore will get the second half kickoff. Alex Rayner will kick off. Third quarter underway, and that's towards the back of the end zone. Touchback. Deion Clark will touch it down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Key Harris comes back out to lead the offense. Third-year quarterback in a Grambling State helped the Ravens win the Super Bowl. The Pats are 6-9. No, wait a minute. I take that back. That would be 15 games. They're 5-9. Yeah, they upset the Jets earlier this week, but they're still 5-9 and out of the playoffs. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Harris in the shotgun, 4 wide. Harris hands off to Clark, and Deion Clark will lose 2 yards back to the 23-yard line. Hey, even the 73 Dolphins lost to the Colts in Week 13 back in 73. But they went on to finish 12-2 and won the Super Bowl. No, you're in last place still, Davis. 2nd and 12 from the 23-yard line. Ravens come out, everybody in tight, just one receiver out wide. Harris in the shotgun, 2nd and 12. Harris back. Harris looking, throws, caught by Wright. And Griffin Wright across the middle picks up 3 to the 26-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Marcus House on the tackle. What Buffalo needs here is to force a 3 and out. You don't want to let the Ravens back in this one. The Jets are still 12-2. They still have the best record in the league. They're still the number 1 seed in the AFC. And they're still AFC East champions. So nothing really changed for the Jets. 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris, play action. Harris rolls out. And Harris being chased. And Harris picks up the first down barely out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Baltimore. As Key Harris picks it up on the scramble. 6:45 and counting here in the third quarter. Buffalo leads it 14-10 here in the third quarter. John Henderson on the tackle and the pursuit. .640 and counting here in the third. 1st and 10 Ravens at their own 37. In the offset eye, Harris under center. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And Marks goes down a 1-yard loss in the arms of John Henderson. I tell you what, if he's not one of the best linebackers in the league, I don't know who is. Every time we do a Buffalo game, he's everywhere. Henderson, he's involved on every play. In his 8th year out of Penn State. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Ravens back at the 36-yard line. 6:12 and counting. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris to Clark. And Clark just pushing forward. Deion Clark out to the 50. A gain of 14. Third year back out of East Carolina. Deion Clark. Briggs came up, made the tackle. Barrett Briggs, the 10th year safety out of Florida. Well, he just ran over Catledge. Look at 27, Aaron Catledge. He just got bowled over. 1st and 10 Ravens now from the 50-yard line, sitting right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10, Harris under center. Harris, 3-step drop, gets sacked. Back at the 46-yard line. On the sack, Brian McAllister in his 7th year out of USC. A loss of 4 yards. Back to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 14. He came in unblocked. I don't think anybody got a hand on him. You might want to put a hat on that guy. Second and 14 for the Ravens at their own 46 now. 5:18 and counting here in the third quarter. Down 14-10. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks. Breaks a tackle. And Marks picks up a yard. Gets the yard back. Well, one of them anyway. To the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 13. John Henderson on the tackle again. And now it's 3rd and long for the Ravens. 3rd and very long. 3rd and 13. Harris in the shotgun. Harris back. Sets up a screen pass to Clark. But that doesn't work. Clark only gets to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll bring up 4th and 9. Making the tackle, number 94, Ty Robinson. And Alex Webster. Or Ashley Webster, excuse me. It'll be 4th and 9 at the Buffalo 49-yard line. Henry Jackson back to punt. Gets the punt away. Well, that's not a good punt. He shanked that one. McGinnis fields it at about the 28 and gets out to the 29-yard line. That was a 23-yard punt. And now Mason Cross comes back out to lead the offense. His stats on the day. Buffalo up 14-10. Buffalo can make it a 2-score game if they get a touchdown on this drive. They'll start from their own 29-yard line. On a wet, rainy afternoon here in Baltimore. Bills come out. Cross under center. Cross. Play action. Cross looking. He's going to throw it deep. And it's knocked down by Cole Nelson. The safety knocks it down. It was a bit underthrown. Let's watch it again. They were looking for Alden McGinnis. And it was just overthrown. Or underthrown, excuse me. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Bills come out. Cross under center. Cross fakes the handoff. Cross looking. Throws down the far near sideline. Scott making the catch at the 20. Oh, no, he's out of bounds. Incomplete. He only got 1 foot in. David Scott, the tight end. Benton Hall was on pursuit. He only got 1 foot in. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bills at their own 29-yard line. 3:57 left to play. We're in the third quarter. Cross in the shotgun on 3rd down. Cross drops back. And he's going to get sacked back at the 19-yard line. Curtis Johnson on the sack. A loss of 10 yards. It'll be 4th and 20. And Buffalo's going to have to punt. Buffalo's up 14-10. Ravens are losing by 4. .340 and counting here in the third quarter. Ravens are going to get the ball back. Cedric Givens will come in to punt. Givens gets the punt away. From about the 23-yard line, Taylor on the return. Maurice Taylor out to the 38-yard line. Aaron Catledge on the tackle. First down, Baltimore at their own 38. 3:26 left here in the third quarter. Ravens have to win or they're eliminated from the playoffs. If the Bills win, they lock in a wild card. Only 2 teams have locked in a playoff spot in the AFC. The Jets and the Raiders. The Bills can be the third. On 1st and 10, Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks. And Woody Marks going nowhere. They have held him in check all day. A loss of a yard. Tay Cousins comes in and makes the tackle. The defensive tackle. And that'll bring up 2nd and 11. They have pretty much held him in check all game. The Bills defense has. Coming up on 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 11 from the 37-yard line. Bills come out, 3 to the near side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Clark. And Deion Clark goes down. Tackled from behind by Leon Seals. A gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. Seals in his 12th year out of Alabama. Don't forget we have the Bears and the Buccaneers next. We'll be down in Tampa for that. Third and 8 from the 40-yard line. Ravens come out. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris back. Throws deep. And it's caught by DeMarcus Dixon. Touchdown, Baltimore. 60 yards and a touchdown for the Ravens. He went for broke on that one. And Dixon got behind the secondary. 60 yards, touchdown, Baltimore. And they take the lead. Caught him in stride. Perfect pass by Key Harris. And the Ravens go up 16-14. And now the extra point by Rob Belton. Kick is up and good. And the Ravens lead at 17-14, 2:23 left here in the third quarter. So an interesting turn of events as the Ravens have taken the lead. Still a lot of football left. 2:23 left here in the third quarter. Let's see what the Bills do to retaliate. Henry Jackson will kick off for the Ravens. And now the kickoff by Jackson. From the 10, McGinnis over the 15, 20, 25, 30. Alden McGinnis, a nice return out to the 37-yard line. It was a short kickoff, though. First down, Buffalo. 2:19 left here in the third. Ravens lead it 17-14. Mason Cross will come back out to lead the offense. Bears Bucks after this from Tampa. Let's see what the Bills do. Again, no need to panic. Plenty of time. 4 wide for Buffalo. Cross under center on 1st and 10. Cross, hands off to Franklin. And Mark Franklin, a big gain, gets outside. Franklin all the way down to the 41-yard line of the Ravens. 22 yards, Mark Franklin. First down, Buffalo. Into Baltimore territory. Didn't take the Bills long to get into Raven territory. I tell you what, Franklin, he can stop on a dime. He's good at that. He's got some wild agility going on. Vince Ellington finally made the tackle. 1st and 10, Buffalo at the Raven 41. Bills come out 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking, throws, caught by Scott underneath. And David Scott, 13 yards down to the 28-yard line. First down, Buffalo. 1:35 and counting. We're in the 3rd quarter. Bills on the move, down by 3. Buffalo, like I said, they play at Cincinnati next week. And then they close the season at home with the Raiders. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Cross on 1st and 10, under center. Cross, looking, still looking, throws down the near sideline. Caught on the sideline by number 81. That's going to be David Scott, the tight end, down to the 6-yard line. That'll be a gain of 22 yards. He got both feet in. Ellington was on the tackle. They might review that. I don't know about that. No review so far. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bills at the Ravens 6-yard line. There it is. Baltimore wants to challenge that. I bet this gets overturned. Some shuffling of the feet there. Well, that might stand up. That's going to be iffy. We'll see. Let's see what they say. It's going to hold up. It stands. 1st and goal, Bills. That's going to cost the Ravens a timeout. That might cost Baltimore down the stretch. 1st and goal, Bills at the Ravens 6. Ravens up 17-14. Can the Bills punch this one in? They spread everything out. Cross under center on 1st down. Cross draws back, throws quickly to McGinnis, and he can't hold on. That was broken up by Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. 1:09 left here in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo trying to retake the lead. 2nd and goal from the 6. Mason Cross under center. Cross to Franklin. In for the touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run by Mark Franklin. He goes in untouched. And Buffalo goes up 20-17 with the extra point to come. That was a nice drive by the Bills to answer the Raven touchdown with one of their own. And now the extra point will put Buffalo up by 4. Alex Rayner will come up. Snap, kick is up. Kick is good. And the Bills lead it 21-17. 1:06 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The Bills at 8-5. The Ravens at 5-8. Buffalo clinches a wild card spot with a win. The Jets have already won the division, but Buffalo would also still be in the playoffs. Rayner will kick off. Tell you what, as a wild card, Buffalo's a team you don't want to play in the playoffs. Rayner will kick. Back of the end zone, Clark will take a knee. Touchback. And the Ravens will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Key Harris will come back out to lead the offense. .106 left. Here in the third. Ravens come out, 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris under center. Harris, they pitch to Marks around the outside, and Woody Marks makes his way out to the 30-yard line. Marcus House making the tackle as he gets bowled over. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. Less than a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Down to 45 seconds. Harris in the shotgun.
All right, here we go.
Harris throws. It got tipped at the line and incomplete. Oh, they're lucky that wasn't intercepted. John Henderson had a shot at it. So did a Raven. In fact, the tight end, Sherman Watkins, had a shot at it. The rookie out of West Virginia. 3rd and 5 for Baltimore now at the 30-yard line. 34 seconds left in the quarter. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris back. Throws down the near sideline. Wide open. Burns. See ya. Touchdown, Baltimore. 70 yards this time. Lawrence Burns, in his 7th year out of Oregon State, 70 yards. Gets bombs away for the Ravens today. And just like that, Baltimore retakes the lead. And it's another situation where the receiver just got behind the secondary. And a perfect pass by Harris led him just a little bit, but he kept his balance and he was in for the touchdown. And now the extra point by Rob Belton. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. And the Ravens now lead it 24-21. This one's going back and forth. 26 seconds left to play here in the third quarter as the Ravens retake the lead. Still a lot of time left in this one. This would be a major upset if the Ravens win, though. It would keep them from being eliminated, at least for another week. Baltimore plays at New England next week. And now the kickoff by Henry Jackson. From the 10-yard line, House over the 20, 25. And Marcus House brings it out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Buffalo will take over, 1st and 10, with 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Excuse me. Well, Misty, your Ravens have taken the lead. He was clapping? All right. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Ravens up 24-21, 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bills will start from their own 28 in the I formation. Cross hands off to Franklin around the outside. And Franklin is actually going to lose a yard on the tackle, number 29. That's Deshaun Edwards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Bills. And that looks like it's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Ravens up 24-21 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We go to the fourth quarter. Ravens lead the Bills 24-21. And the Bills face a 2nd and 11 from their own 27-yard line. Buffalo trying to wrap up a playoff spot. Ravens trying to not be eliminated from the playoffs. On 2nd and 11, 4 receivers wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross drops back, throws, caught by McGinnis, and Alden McGinnis picks up the first down. 13 yards out to the 40-yard line. First down, Buffalo. That'll move the chains. Alden McGinnis in his 4th year out of Southern Miss. 7:42 and counting here in the rain in Baltimore. Bills have it 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross draws back. Cross rolls out. Throws downfield, and it's tipped. A little bit underthrown. Tipped and knocked away by number 25, Isaac Young, the 5th-year safety out of West Virginia. They were looking for David Scott, the tight end. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball kind of hung up. They should be lucky that wasn't picked off. It may have been Westbrook that knocked it down. It was Westbrook. The linebacker. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line now. Bills come out. Cross in the shotgun. Cross drops back. Looking, throws near side. Caught by Franklin. 3 yards out to the 43-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. That'll stop the clock for the moment. 7:23 left to play. Ravens up by 3, 24-21. Big 3rd down for Buffalo, 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross draws back. Cross looking, steps up. And he gets sacked back at the 39-yard line. A loss of 3 yards on the sack. It's Kevin Riddick, the 9th-year defensive end out of Dayton. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Decision time for the Bills. They're only down by 3. They might punt. Krause held on to it way too long. Way too long. It'll be 4th and 11. From their own 39, they'll probably punt. Cedric Givens back to punt. They're going to trust their defense to get a stop. Givens, he shanked it again. And that is a punt of 11 yards. At the 50-yard line is where Baltimore will take over. That was not the time for an 11-yard punt. Ravens up by 3. 24-21. Now if you're Buffalo, you want to hold them to a field goal. Nothing more than that. Ravens will have a short field at the 50-yard line. Ravens come out in the offset eye. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks plowing forward down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 6. David Walker on the tackle, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Citadel. A gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. 6:22 and counting. On second down, Ravens come out in the I formation. Harris, play action, throws deep, caught by Lawrence Burns down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 24. Aaron Catledge on the tackle, but that's a first down for the Ravens. 6 minutes and counting. Ravens trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. If the Ravens were to win out, they would be 8-8. I don't think an 8-8 team's going to make it, but you never know. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Two receivers off to the far side. Harris under center. Harris looking, throws quickly to right, and Griffin Wright down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. It's at the point now where the Buffalo defense, they need a turnover. What you don't want is the Ravens to score a touchdown. That'll put them up by 2 scores. 2nd and 4 from the 14. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris under center. Harris, they pitch to Marks around the outside, and Woody Marks picks up the first down. A 4-yard gain to the 10-yard line. Aaron Catledge on the tackle. It'll be first and goal, Baltimore at the 10. 5:04 and counting. Ravens up at the moment, 24-21. They have the ball. 5 minutes and counting. First and goal, Baltimore at the Bill 10. Ravens in the eye. Harris to Marks, and Marks gets plowed over. No gain. It'll be 2nd and goal. That was Tay Cousins in his 5th year out of Florida State on the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. 4.5 minutes left. Ravens come out in the offset eye. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Clark around the outside, and Clark escapes a crowd and gets in for the touchdown. Deion Clark doing his Houdini impression. A 10-yard touchdown run. I mean, he got stacked up in there, and they didn't wrap up, and he got out of that and got in for the touchdown. And now the Ravens are up by 9. A 2-score lead for Baltimore. 30-21, and now the extra point by Rob Belton. That was some poor tackling by Buffalo on that one. Belton for the PAT. Kick is up. And good. It's a 10-point Raven lead, 31-21, with 4:16 left. There's time for Buffalo, but they've got to score and score quickly. There's showers up and down the eastern seaboard here in Week 14. There was rain during the Giants game against the Redskins. So far, we've seen upsets galore this week. Patriots beat the Jets. Redskins beat the Giants. And now the Ravens are leading the Bills by 10. Henry Jackson will kick off. McGinnis will take a knee. Touchback. And Buffalo will have it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:16 left. The Bills, they've got to score, and they got to score in a hurry. Surprise, surprise. Ravens lead at 31-21. Let's see what the Buffalo offense does here. Don't forget we have the Bears and the Buccaneers coming up next. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Cross drops back. Cross steps up. Looking. In trouble now. Cross gets sacked. back at the 13-yard line, a loss of 12. On the sack, Alec Rogers, the rookie defensive end out of Auburn. A loss of 12. It'll be 2nd and 22. Ravens have come to play today. Under 4 minutes left to play. 2nd and 22 for the Bills at their own 13-yard line. Cross under center. Cross. Hands off to Franklin, a draw play. And Franklin only gets 3 out to the 16-yard line. Aaron Westbrook on the tackle, the linebacker there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 19. 3:25 and counting. Big third down for the Bills. Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking. Sets up a screen pass and he missed. He totally whiffed. It'll be 4th down. Now at what point do the Bills think they have to go for it? Down by 10, 3:13 left. And they're going to go for it. 4th and 19. 4 wide. Cross in the gun. Cross looking. Looking. Needs to get rid of it. He's taking way too much time. He throws deep. And it's caught by Welsh. They convert out to the 46-yard line. On 4th and 19, they get 30. Adam Welsh came back to the quarterback, did the veteran thing. First down, Buffalo. On 4th and 19, they convert for 30. Wow. And that keeps the drive alive for Buffalo. However, they're still down by 10, and they're running out of time. .248 and counting. 1st and 10 from from their own 46. Cross under center. 1st and 10. Cross draws back. Cross looking. Throws outside. Caught by Palmer. And Palmer out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now they say he didn't get out of bounds. Clock is moving. 2:20 and counting. Probably have the 2-minute warning after this play. 2nd and 6 from their own 49-yard line. Bills come out. Single back. Cross in the shotgun. Cross draws back. Cross throws. And he's got a man. Dreesen down to the 26-yard line as we hit the 2-minute warning. Ravens up 31-21 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium. Steve Dreesen, a 25-yard catch down to the 26-yard line. The rookie out of Texas A&M. 1st and 10, Buffalo at the Raven 26. They're down by 10. They got to score, get the ball back, and score again. 4 wide, cross in the gun. Cross draws back, throws down the middle, caught by David Scott. And Scott gets taken down at the 24-yard line. Buffalo in the hurry up. A gain of 3. At some point, you got to throw to the end zone. 3 wide. Cross in the gun. Cross back. Cross looking. Throws. Caught by Welsh. And Adam Welsh down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 20. 1st and goal from the 4. 1:30 left. Cross. Back to throw. Looking. Cross rolls out. And Cross gets sacked. Back at the 12-yard line, a loss of 8 by Ben Owens. It'll be 2nd and goal back at the 12-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Cross in the shotgun. Cross back. Cross looking. Throws, caught by Welsh. Down to the 8, a gain of 4. Down to about a minute. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Cross in the shotgun, 1 minute left. Cross looking. Cross. Throws to the end zone. Welsh, touchdown. Buffalo in the back corner of the end zone. An 8-yard touchdown catch by Adam Welsh. And it makes it 31-27. Yeah, I was about to say earlier, Evil Dead, you were 29 up on the brink of 30, and now you're only 26 up. Or something like that. And now they're going to review the play.
This play is under review.
Ooh, I don't know. Okay, he tapped the toe. That's a good catch. So let's check this out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ruling on the field stands. A good touchdown. And now the extra point will put the Bills within 3. They're going to have to kick the onside kick. Alex Rayner, the extra point is up. And it's good. And the Ravens lead is now 31-28 with 53 seconds left. Everybody everywhere knows what's coming up. The old onside kick. Don't forget we have the Bears and the Buccaneers after this. So Alex Rayner will tee it up. It's been a good game. Yeah, Evil Dead is 26 games up right now. And now the extra point by Rayner. It's recovered by the Ravens. DeMarcus Dixon recovers the football. Well, Buffalo still has all 3 of their timeouts. They're going to have to force the 3 and out and force a punt. What the Bills really need is a turnover. Key Harris will come back out to lead the Ravens offense. Ravens are up 31-28 with 52 seconds left. Buffalo will force or try to force a 3 and out here. We'll be heading down to Tampa, Florida for the next game. We'll have the Bears and the Buccaneers in the I formation. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And Marks picks up 2 yards out to the 40-yard line. And the Bills take a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 8. We're down to 48 seconds. Hopefully the weather in Tampa is better than it is here. Ravens have it at the Buffalo 40-yard line. 48 seconds left. It'll be 2nd and 8. Buffalo with 2 more timeouts. If the Ravens get a first down, it's over. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks. And Marks, not much. Maybe 2 more. And Buffalo takes another timeout. They have 1 left. A 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the Buffalo 38-yard line. What Buffalo needs to hope is that the Ravens try a long field goal and miss. That would help them out on field position. But first, they got to stop them from getting a first down. 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. Ravens up by 3. Bills trying to force a punt. Here we go. The biggest 3rd down of the game. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back, hands off to Clark, and Deion Clark to the 36-yard line. Buffalo takes their final timeout. A gain of 2 more. It's going to be 4th and 4. And now Rob Belton will come on, and he's going to try a 53-yard field goal attempt. It would keep it a one-score game even if he makes it. Evil Dead says miss. 41 seconds left. Belton now from 53 in the rain. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it wide right. And now the Bills get the ball at their own 43. In Buffalo, all they need is a field goal to force overtime. Missed it just to the right. Now Buffalo's out of timeouts, though. Mason Cross will come back out, but they don't have to go far. Let's see. All they need is about 20 yards. 20, 25 yards. 37 seconds left. 1st and 10 Buffalo at their own 43. Down by 3. All they got to do is get a field goal. Cross in the shotgun, 4 wide. Cross back. Throws, caught by Franklin. I don't know what they're doing there. A gain of only 3. They got to hurry up. 2nd and 7, down to 28 seconds. Cross under center. He'll spike it with 23 seconds left. I don't know what that was about. That was not a good pattern. Down to 23 seconds. And Buffalo has it at their own 46, 3rd and 7. That's not the time to check down. Need to find somebody open along the sideline. 3rd and 7, down to 23 seconds. 4 wide. Cross takes the snap. Cross looking, throws downfield. It's picked off by the Ravens. That's Chance across midfield. It's picked off by Chris Chance, the 5th-year safety out of Oregon State. And that'll do it. The Ravens get it back, and the Ravens are going to hold on. And the Ravens will hold off being eliminated. The Ravens are still alive in the AFC playoff picture. Baltimore will go to 6-8. Buffalo will drop to 8-6. And Evil Dead is now 97 and 72. 25 games up. One more snap, and this one's in the books. Buffalo has no timeouts. And that's going to open the door for some other AFC teams when it comes to the wild card. Harris will take a knee, and that'll do it. The Ravens will fight for another day. Final seconds tick away. Your final score: Baltimore 31, Buffalo 28. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Bears Buccaneers up next. We'll see you then.